YouTubers, how are you doing? Welcome to the TainoXtreme YouTube channel once more. Today I'm going to be showing you about this camp out that I'm going to do, some of the methods that I use and some of the accessories that I have DIY'd for backpacking, as far as cooking concerns, sleep system, and maybe how I stake down my tent. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, I'm back. We got here, I got some fish in here in my frying pan, and I'm using today my wood gasifier stove. It's not my favorite, it's nothing I use very often. This is probably like the second time I use it. First time I used it for just make hot cocoa. But this time I'm cooking fish. This is something that I normally do when I go backpacking. When I'm gonna do my first meal, I bring raw food, and because of the nature of the food, it's raw, then I try to get rid of it first thing. I'm pouring here the onions and the garlic. It's already been processed. I got all this processed from the house. I don't wait until I get to the place with the raw onion and then cut it, and then raw garlic and then cut it and then process it and go through all that. Although it's not something that I wouldn't avoid, it's fun to do that. One of the aspects that I enjoy the most when I'm backpacking is cooking. This is the DIY lid for my frying pan that I did. You can refer to my video about that. And yes, I do the same thing with the fish. The smoke. See, one of the things that I don't like about the wood gasifier stove is precisely that. It's supposed to be almost smokeless, but while it gets started, it smokes a little, and you know how it is. I'm gonna try to grab it. Oh, I can hear it. Yeah, it's cooking. All right. And what you see around here, this is the windscreen that I made. It's kind of big, but I wanted it that big because, to my opinion, when you use a windscreen, it's not just to use the efficiency to help the efficiency of your stove that is being affected by the elements like the cold in this instance, in this occasion, but also the pot. My goodness, I'm gonna have to stand on the other side. Alright, right now I'm not up in the mountains. I'm in my backyard. Okay? I have too many things going on. I couldn't go to the backpacking trip anywhere because I have backpacking trip scheduled for October, and I have a camping Pathfinders Club camporee kind of thing for my family in October also, or no, November, I don't know, somewhere that time. And in a couple of weeks they're going also in another backpacking, I mean not backpacking, but Pathfinders Club camping. It's a lot of money, it takes a lot of money, so I couldn't go backpacking this time. But I didn't want to let the cold weather go. I wanted to backpacking, so I came to my backyard and camp out. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what you do when you're in a budget. You don't have to keep yourself from doing things just because you don't have money. If you have backyard, go ahead and do it there. If you don't have backyard because you live in an apartment complex, go to a friend's backyard. That's it. Alright. I'm going to make a cut here right now because I'm going to bring the soy sauce. Alright. Next after that, I'm going to put some veggies in there and some soy sauce. Catch you in a little bit. Okay, I had to move a little bit because this thing was smoking so bad. It was hitting my eyes. It's already tasting good. Let me show you this. This is the platform, the accessories I made for that stove and the what do you call it, alcohol stove. I look the advantage of having this. See, I just dragged it and moved it from one spot to the other with no problems. Now you try to do that with the other regular stuff without these things, or the same stuff without this, you're gonna get burned. But I highly advise you not to do it. But since I have this, I can do it. The other thing is that the grill that is on top, it has some chunks, some little bits sticking up like that in different spots. And what that's doing is helping me keep the frying pan in place. And I don't have any fears now to knock it over like it's happened to me before in the past. It's sizzling a little bit. Let me hear it. Yeah, I can hear it sizzling. Oh my gosh. See? That's why I don't like this kind of stove. The other thing I don't like about this stove is stuff that you have to keep feeding it from the top. And for a blind person, it's kind of tough to do that. I'm legally blind and it's not for me. You know, but I tried it because I was looking for some substitute of my regular isopropane stove for the winter time. Because the problem with those stoves is that the winter affects them big time. You know, the pressure in the canister, and it just gets affected. It's not as efficient. So, one solution is, you know, change the stove for the wood gas fire, or for the how do you call it, alcohol stove. I have my veggies somewhere around here. Oh, here they are. Now I have my lemon is somewhere here. My daughter gave it to me. This is soy sauce.
It's in front of your knee.
Oh, right there. Okay, my daughter is being the camera person, so I'm going to squeeze the lemon on this right now. That's going to be so good. This is a fillet of tuna. I love the fillet of tuna. It tastes so good. And the reason I cut it into million pieces is because it's easier, faster to cook. It's easier for me to handle that rather than having to handle, you know, an entire fillet. What's it do on this? Now I'm gonna put the veggies now. Yeah, it's sizzling. Here goes the veggies. I'm not going to use the entire thing of veggies because there are a lot. What I have here is, well, maybe I do. Maybe I will. What I have here is cabbage, carrots, cilantro. Okay. And it's sort of like a Chinese kind of dish. I love this dish. I love Chinese food. I know there's MREs that I can buy, just boil water and use that only, and voila, 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, it's done. But you know, one of the aspects that I enjoy the most of backpacking is precisely cooking. I always do my first meal raw food. I don't know how much. You think that's enough?
Yeah, let me see, hold on.
Is it taking color?
Mix it around.
Hold on a second. I have only 2 hands. Let me close this. And now I'm gonna stir.
Yeah, I think it's enough.
You think I have enough vegetables? Should I put more?
I mean, you like to eat all of them, so.
Alright.
If you're gonna eat all of it, then yeah. If you're not, then no.
I'm gonna put more veggies.
Careful, there's flames coming out from the sides.
Flames?
Yeah.
Ah, that's good.
No, it's not, because it's kind of like really huge flames that can burn your hand. Like really big flames. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say with good is that I have a stove that is working. It's doing what it's intended to do. I made this stove. This is the wood gasifier stove. You can go on YouTube and look at how people teach how to make them. I don't teach how to make them because there's 1,000,001 persons doing it. So I don't do it. Very good. Oh, it's tasting good. Alright, like I was saying, I'm in my backyard. Maybe some people will have the opinion of not doing these kind of things in the backyard because it's not worth it, or because it's not extreme, or because whatever, 1,000,000 reasons. But I don't care. The thing is to camp out and have some fun, alright? So that's what I'm doing. If I cannot do it up in the mountains, I'll do it in my backyard. I'm not going to stay inside of my room just thinking, oh, I want to go backpacking, and I can't. I have to wait all the way to October. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I guess so much for this. You're already seeing how my accessories work with my stove. The platform, what it's doing is keeping the stove from being affected from the, in the case if there was snow here, the snow, in the case there's no snow, but the floor is cold. I have cardboard insulation under it, and the grill on top is for the purpose that I just explained. Okay, so after this is, I guess, going to the campfire or go to sleep. I don't know what I'm going to do, but whatever I do, I'll share it with you. Let me see how this is doing. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, I just had to come back because there's a couple of tales that I forgot to mention. One is, you see this spoon? This is the spoon that I always bring in my backpacking trips. This is a wood spoon that you can buy at Walmart at the kitchen accessories section. It comes in a bag with maybe 4 more of these, different shapes for different purposes. Some of them are very similar. I decided to use this because for one thing, it's very long. This is shorter than it was. It was a lot longer, but I had to cut it. And it's because every time I went backpacking and I ate out of my MREs. Oh, do you hear this sizzling? Look at that. Okay, every time I went backpacking, ate out of my MRE bag with my spork, I always got my fingers all gooeyed with the food because it was not long enough. With this spoon, and it's long enough. The other thing is that I've heard some videos, YouTube videos of people saying that the plastic spork broke in the winter, cold winter, because you know how the cold affects the cells of different materials like plastic in this occasion. So it affects it in a way that it's breakable. It's very susceptible to breaking. So I decided never to bring that. I have never broke one because I've never brought one to the winter. After I heard that, and this is what I decided to do. I know there are titanium spoons as long as this one at the store, at the sporting goods, outdoor sports store, but they cost a lot of money. I bought one for my son. It cost me like around $10, and it kind of feel hectic to buy that and lose it, because see, every time I go backpacking, I find out that I lose a couple of steaks or something like that. Imagine, if I buy titanium steaks, losing a $7 or $8 steak, it's not fun. It's not in my budget. So this is wood, and it's not affected that much like the plastic. So it is very cheap. So if I lose this, a pack of this costs me like a little more than $1, like maybe almost less than $2. It was like $1.98 or $1.58, something like that.
with taxes just above $2. So if I lose this, I'll have 4 more to use. If I lose them all, which is impossible, then I'll just spend another couple of dollars in this. All right. I got this fork, and the reason is because I'm gonna eat right out of the frying pan like I always do. I never bring an extra plate or nothing. It's just extra weight. It's not worth it. I mean, when we are out there, you do whatever you can with whatever you have. The more you bring, the heavier your backpack, and the worse it is. It's gonna be a real nightmare like I had in the past. Okay, that's all I wanted to mention. That's what I forgot to mention. So I'll see you in a little bit after this. I don't know. It's probably gonna be like, because of the time of the night, it's probably I'm going to bed. I was going to get started the campfire. I don't know. I'll see. All right, later.
Hey, hello, I'm back. There's nothing better than going to bed to the level of comfort that you expect after a night good, meal when you're camping out. In this case, let me show you what I got here, some of the things that methods and gear that I have. This is my sleeping mat. This mat is 3 inches thick. This is foam. There's nothing more comfortable than this. I don't care what they say out there about air mattresses. Air mattress is not as comfortable as this and as secure. This thing it will never puncture like an air mattress has a chance to do. I'm not in the competition of saying I have the best, sleeping system there is out there, but just to let you know that air mattresses for me is kind of a no-no. I'm legally blind and I have all the chances to puncture that thing. Plus, this is a lot cheaper and a lot more comfortable. Air mattresses out there are into the hundreds of dollars, kind of money that I don't have for that purpose, and this is a lot more affordable. Now here's my pillow, and then this sleeping bag is a sleeping bag that I customized, adding Primaloft in the upper panel and insert text like in the bottom of it. And look at this, I have inside an extra layer of warmth that has a reflective material facing me. This is material is like foam, like Insultex. I call it Insultex, like, because this is like a 1/16 of an inch thick, and it has a reflective material. I've used it. This is like the second time I'm going to be using it, and it works. Let me tell you, it adds maybe, just guessing, 10 degrees of comfort. There's another thing that I was going to show you. I don't have it here. I have it up there, but I'm going to bring it later. It's a bottle. It's an empty bottle of Gatorade. The reason I have that is because that's the method that I'm going to be using tonight in order to empty my bladder when nature, calls. I don't have the intention of getting out of the tent ever again. One, because it's too cold. Two, because I'm going to be real tired. And three, because I can do it in here. So the method I'm going to be using, let me show you. I'm going to be I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to explain you. I'm going to be inside of my sleeping bag. My sleeping bag has another zipper on this side where I can stick my arm out, and I will be sticking my other arm out here in the other zipper while keeping this Velcro in there. I'm going to sit up, take the bottle, get on my knees, bring the bottle inside of my sleeping bag, empty my bladder, then take it out, and then close it good, and that's it. I'm sealing my sleeping bag. I didn't have to sacrifice warmth. I didn't have to sacrifice, going outside there, taking the chances of tripping with something and falling, or nothing like that. I'm still in the comfort of my tent, and that's it. Voila, thank God I'm a man, because I can do it. It's that easy. For females, it's not that easy. So tomorrow I'm going to be showing you a little bit of the stakes that I use for my tent, and those, you can refer to my video about those, and just so show you how they work, and they work. All right, so I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Hey, hello, I'm back. Last night I had a very good night's sleep. I slept real warm with my sleeping system, and towards the morning time I got a little bit chilly. What I did was to get up, put on the second layer, which was a in my upper body, which was a thin fleece jacket, and I went ahead and emptied my bladder. But I used, remember, last night I explained you about how my new system to empty my bladder. I don't get out of the tent anymore. This is the Gatorade, empty Gatorade bottle. See, it has a very good size in it. I don't know how many ounces this is. It's probably more than 20 ounces. And the cap seals real good. So what I did was to put a little like that much water and that blue liquid they sell at Walmart for camping toilets. And after I put my urine in there, this thing smelled like roses. So it was real nice, to have this system done. So, that's what I wanted to share with you. And then let me show you about this now. The way I stick down my tent. Let me show you these stakes. This stake here is not a stake. This is a knit needle. You can refer to my video about my stakes. This is a knit needle. It weighs 1/10 of an ounce. The translation of this into grams is 2.84 grams. It's on really light. Every time I go backpacking, I carry 20 of this. It's like 2 ounces all put together. And that's what I use. They work. See the way I have it bent here with this much here. When I stake it down all the way, I drive all this much in the ground, and when this reaches the ground, it drives in the ground too. So it has 2 anchor points, which makes it real strong. I'm going to put it back just to show you how I drive it in the ground. For those of you that are thinking probably, no, that's too fragile. Yeah, they're fragile, but they work. See, I just put it there, I drive it with my hand. It gets a little bit too hard at the very end. I just stand on it, and that's it. That's not moving anywhere. So I have, right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stakes of this. I could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stakes for this. Imagine I carry 11 stakes, stainless steel stakes. That would be more than a pound easy. And even if they were aluminum, in the diameter they come, it's not very light either. So if I'm going to bring that many stakes, it's going to have a considerable weight to add on to my backpack. And you know how it is when you go backpacking, you try to reduce that to the minimum. Well, tonight is going to be the last night of my backpacking trip. And it's not a backpacking trip, it's my backyard camp out. But I couldn't go backpacking this weekend, and so it's probably it is going to be the last night. It's a weekdays. It's not a weekend. So my kids are going to school. My wife is doing her chores, and everybody's going to work but me. I'm camping out in the backyard. I had a very good time last night cooking what I showed you. It turned out to be real tasty, real good. And tonight, there are like 70% chance for precipitation, so you're probably going to have rain tonight, and the temperature is going to drop to 31 degrees below freezing point. So I'm going to have one more night in this adventure. I'm glad that I was able to share all this with you, and hope to see you guys again in my next video. So until then, do things the best you can, the best way possible to the best of your ability, like I do, and according to your budget, and have fun. All right? So I'll see you later.